Thanks for watching GameZombie's Couch. We're here with Morgan Romine from Red 5 Studios talking about Firefall. So your official title is eSports Maven. What exactly does that entail?
That entails knowing a lot of people who have been doing esports for a really long time and sort of channeling all of their powers for the benefit of Firefall.
You're also an anthropologist? Are you bringing in any of your anthropology here,
I would say that everything I do is influenced heavily by my anthropological theories and sort of participant observational skills. But with esports in particular, I mean, there's certainly a lot of crossover.
I wanted to ask, how did you start working for Red 5? Because I know you were part of the Frag Dolls. And also,
Yes.
How did you go about working for Red 5 from there?
So I have actually, I've known the Red 5 guys for 4 years now or something. I first got pulled in by them to be a consultant to help them find a community manager. And they found me through really sort of random means, but I was going to school in Irvine, so it made sense. It was easy for me to go down there, and certainly I wasn't going to say no to a game company being like, we think that your skill set will be specifically good for helping us find a community manager, blah, blah, blah. So I have been friends with them for a long time and have really fell in love with the game back then. I got really excited about the project when they described to me what they want to do with it, and I've been keeping up with it since then and keeping up with the team here, and they finally wore me down and got me to join the team. I mean, I already believed in the game, but it was just, we're getting close enough to the game's launch that I felt like this would be a really sad thing if I missed out on being part of such an amazing special project. So they convinced me to join the team.
Firefall is completely different than anything that's even out there or that has. I mean, what exactly is it? It's an FPS MMORPG. Can you just describe to us, or not, I guess third person? I mean, what exactly is it? I mean, it's completely different than anything else.
So it's an open world shooter, I think is the best way to describe it. I mean, you can be both first person and third person. So even though we tend to call it an FPS, I mean, really, third person and first person these days are being pretty blended together in the shooter categories. I'm just going to call it shooter. And then there's an open world component that's built around that shooting mechanism, but it first and foremost is a shooter. So whether you're playing PvP or you're playing PvE, you are shooting things. That's the primary thing. You're either shooting our cool little creatures that are running around the world, or you're shooting other players. That's the core element.
You're talking about creatures. When we were trying to find out more about this, we saw that they were just called bugs. Are they anything specific, or are they just known as the bugs?
Well, there's a whole... That all breaks down into species and sizes.
Oh, okay.
They do it. The ones that we've shown people so far that you see the most often are called Aranas, and the Aranas come in all shapes and sizes even. So I think the bugs was sort of a nod to some of our sci-fi influences.
From the looks of it, Firefall has great graphics, awesome environments, and great original creatures. Is there a favorite aspect you have about anything like that?
Personally, I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, so one of the things I love is the verticality that is lended by the jump jets that you have. It's just such a different play dynamic. I mean, you see it in Tribes. That's why it's awesome to have Scott Youngblood on the team, because he sort of brings that OG Tribes cred and knows how to make that work really well. So instead of running around on these flat surfaces, you have the potential to make much better use of maps and space, and it just adds a whole, I mean, no pun intended, dimension to the gameplay that I really love. I mean, and I also totally love the art style. I'm in love with it. I have to say that I'm pretty sick of the gray on black on brown stuff that you tend to see in military shooters these days. I love military shooters, but just like I tend to like more of the WoW colorful style and the Final Fantasy stuff. I love playing those types of colorful worlds, so this game definitely appeals to me in its really unique style.
Thanks for watching, Cubs. This has been Morgan Romine with Red 5 Studios.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Thanks for coming on.
No problem.